Hi, my name is Nathan Lindsay. I've been at Generate for just under 13 years. There's a lot of memories, like holiday trips that I've gone on, residentials, day trips, things that we've done within the building, outside of the building. There's been quite a lot of stuff. When I first started, we had the bridge. So the bridge was like a little mini kind of enterprise. So they used to do a lot of cooking stuff there and things like that and help the members develop their independent living skills. We have a story about one of the clients. I don't work with them anymore. He had his weekly shopping and pick up medication from his doctors or to go to the chemist, which are all within like, his doctors are like 2 minutes from his house. The shopping was literally around 5-10 minute walk. So in the beginning stages, that is all he wanted to do. I would suggest, oh, why don't we try this? Why don't we try that? So he had actually done quite a lot of things within his lifetime. So to him, he felt like he didn't need to do certain things anymore because he's done it in his younger years. So I had to rethink my strategy on how I'm going to introduce new things to him. And then one day he said, all right, you know what? I used to go shopping to buy clothes in Tooting Broadway. So can we go there? We went there, bought him a whole load of new clothes and everything, which he was quite happy with when we got back. And I think that was kind of the catalyst to start things rolling with him. Because after that, I started saying to him, let's go and look at a few places. Then I found out, he said that, oh, he's got a music system, but it's not working. So, and I explained to him, I'm a DJ, so I can have a look at it. He didn't want me to look at it at first. But once he got more comfortable with me, then we took it apart, put it back together, found out what the problem was. Then he let me know that, because he didn't show me his music collection, he had quite a lot of CDs, because he liked reggae music. So, and he said, oh, I used to go Brixton to get CDs, but he doesn't really do that no more. So I suggested, oh, let's just go and do it and find out where you used to go. So we did that a few times. He started buying CDs, listening to music more. Then we started going to other places. And now he's actually doing very well. He started decorating his house. He's going out more and doing a few extra things. So he's actually doing very well now. So between myself and another worker, along with his house support he had, I think all of us working together actually helped him to come out of his shell and make him progress even more. Well, I think I'm quite a patient person already, but I think working at Generate has got me to be even better at that. And also giving people the benefit of the doubt. So for example, when we've got a client, you'll read the paperwork, but then when you meet the client and you start working with them, it's nothing like what it says on the paperwork. I suppose for me, it's like one of the clients, I think one of my first clients I had when I first started working was a client that can't really communicate that well, can't really talk that much, limited speech. And I suppose in the beginning I found it hard because I'm thinking like, how do you communicate with someone that can't really communicate back with you? But then that's when I realized, all right, cool. When I'm asking any questions or anything like that, it's short, direct questions and nothing where they have to explain themselves. A yes or a no, option one or option two, to make it easier for them to process the information what I'm asking them, and then they can kind of relay it back to me in any way that they might be able to do it. I think assessing situations, and also during the time that I've been here, I've done various training, but as well as doing training, you've got to know when to use the training. So actually learning to assess the situation and knowing when to do things and when not to do things. I think that's really been kind of a big thing that I've learned. Skills needed are, sometimes I think you have to treat the members like they're part of your family. And there's some members you got to know how to approach certain individuals as well, because some individuals don't like certain things, whether it be loud noise, whether it be touching. So you've got to be aware of the individuals that you're working with as well and knowing what their likes and dislikes are. You know their likes and dislikes, you can use that for your advantage, especially the likes as well. If someone's not really interacting with you and you know, oh, they like just say comic books or something like that, then you know, all right, let me bring in a comic book and see if I can entice them to interact with me that way. Being able to be compassionate, um, being able to be fair, because it's all about treating everyone fairly and also as an individual as well. It's also about being able to give them the opportunities and the chances sometimes that some people might assume that they're not able to do certain things because of their learning disability. So it's also about giving them the opportunity and the chance. So as a support worker, you need to be like kind of open-minded, and then some members you have to be a bit free with as well, and allow them to have space to be able to express themselves in the right way. And you've got to be able to observe and listen, because sometimes you can watch people and get your information that way as well. So it's also being able to observe and take in information and analyze that information as well, and maybe put it into actions.